There's no way, apart from politics, that anybody can try to say that the Igbos were excluded. And I made it clear yesterday when I appeared before the Senate that it is important that Senator Baribe does not deny me my Igbo heritage. As like an Igbo man, I can't sit down there and if you want to be ethnic, if you want to be sectional, and deny the Igbo people the right to be transported. By the way, development is not about ethnic sections; it's about economy. And you cannot deny that the Igbos contribute tremendously to the economic growth of Nigeria. So if you leave them out, what are you trying to achieve? You don't play politics with economy because you would rather grow poverty instead of growing wealth. And therefore they are not left out.
That was Chibuike Rotimi Amaechi, the former governor of Rivers State and former Minister of Transportation. When he was Minister of the Federal Capital, Minister of Transportation, sorry. When he was the Minister of Transportation under Muhammad Buhari, Senator Enyinaya Baribe raised an issue that the Southeast was neglected by the Buhari administration. You know how Southeast was marginalized under Buhari administration and still being marginalized even under Tinubu administration. So there was a heated exchange in the Senate chamber between Amaechi and Enyinaya Baribe over the neglect of the Southeast. Of course, that was not new to many of us. Remember how they did gas master plan and they did not include Southeast. That's a story for another day under Buhari. Okay? So, Enyinaya Baribe, after that confrontation, Amaechi appeared on Channels television to defend himself. And you heard him clearly say there that he's an Igbo man. How can an Igbo man be in a position of being Minister of Transportation and he will neglect his kinsmen and they will not benefit? The rail line will not pass through Southeast. But what is key for you there is that video you saw is not an AI video. You can go and fact check it. You say, I hope he's not trying to deny me my Igbo heritage. How will I be there as an Igbo man? But as Amaechi is now one of the aspirants for the ADC presidential tickets that everybody's talking about, because right now all eyes are on the ADC, who is going to be their presidential candidate, and Amaechi is one of those that have indicated that have given indication that they are in the race. And he appeared on the same, thankfully it was on the same channel that has appeared again to talk about what differentiates him from the rest of the pack. And this time he said that he is running, he is the only one that is running as a national candidate, and talk about his own ethnicity. So we're going to listen to him, and then when we come back, we'll talk about Amaechi's identity crisis. Watch.
President Buhari, President Tinubu government. You see, the difference between me and all candidates in mentioned, you, President Buhari, I'm the only national candidate. I'm the only Nigerian candidate. I'm neither Igbo, some are running as Igbo candidate. I'm neither Hausa Fulani, some are running as vote for me because I'm Hausa Fulani. I'm saying vote for me because I'm Nigerian. President Tinubu is running because he's Yoruba man. I'm going as, look, I don't care who else is running. I'm going because I'm a Nigerian candidate, because I know the Nigerian problem and I can solve the Nigerian problem.
Well, it looks like you're asking Nigerians,
factors beyond where he comes from. So I told you earlier, I said I'm not running because I'm not a regional candidate. They are all regional candidates. I'm not a regional candidate. I'm not saying vote for me because I'm Igbo. Yes, I'm partially Igbo. By my name, you can see that. But that was not
Amaechi speaking to Channels Television, talking about his identity. First, he said that the other candidates ahead of 2027 election are regional candidates. They are tribal candidates. In other words, insinuating that Peter Obi is running as an Igbo candidate, Atiku is running as Hausa Fulani candidate, Tinubu is running as Yoruba candidate. Now, first, he said that he's the only one running as a Nigerian candidate, a national candidate. And he started it by saying, I am neither Igbo nor Yoruba or whatever. Okay? He said, I'm not Igbo. But in the clip you watch, you can see that he was speaking with his full chest, he said, as an Igbo man. But in this second clip, he said that he's not Igbo. That he's not Igbo. But then within the same interview, he now changed and said that he is half Igbo. You can see from my name, I'm not Igbo, but I'm half Igbo. Now, this kind of thing, that somebody will move from saying that I'm Igbo when he was minister to I am not Igbo in one interview, and before the interview will conclude, he say, I am half Igbo. Now, ordinarily, in other climes, when you have this kind of identity crisis, it's enough for you to lose, to be disqualified. Not that it's enough for you to lose votes, because Amaechi is 60 years old. A man at 60 should be able to stand up and say that he is so and so. If you are prevaricating over what is your ethnicity at this stage, now how can somebody trust you to superintend over a country? Because whether you like it or not, Nigeria is a nation, but it's a nation of nations. It's a country of nations. Nigeria is just a country of nations. So you cannot be more Nigerian than any other Nigerian. It would have made a lot of sense if he had not even brought in the issue of ethnicity and say, I am running because I am the best candidate and that I am from a minority. You can just say, I am from a minority. Maybe that would have made some sense to some people. But then, basically, trying to bring in ethnicity and then box yourself into a corner that people are now making jest of the whole outing is neither here nor there. At 60, he ought to be able to know where he belongs, where he comes from, his ethnicity. He should be proud of it and say it anytime. Whether it will make him to lose votes, make him to win votes. And for correction, Peter Obi was the first in 2023. Peter Obi was the only candidate. Perhaps I will get the video of Peter Obi. He was the only candidate that was telling everybody who cares to listen that do not vote for me because I am Igbo. Do not vote for me because I'm a Christian. Vote for me because I am the best candidate for this election. It was only Peter Obi that said that. Tinubu was saying, it is my turn, it is Yoruba turn. Atiku was saying that what the country now needs now is a northern president. That was what Atiku said. But P2B was the only one that made it clear. Do not vote for me because I am Igbo. Do not vote for me because I'm a Christian. And he has been repeating it even as he's contesting now for the ADC presidential ticket. So it is unfair for Amaechi to include P2B, that P2B is running as an Igbo candidate. P2B is not running as an Igbo candidate. Perhaps that is the imagination of Amaechi. So Amaechi may be feeling that perhaps he is not more Igbo like P2B. So he tried to differentiate himself. But in trying to differentiate himself, he committed a blunder. And of course, internet never lies. The records are there. And channels like this will bring out this kind of things so that to call out people when they begin to speak from both sides of the mouth. Okay? So if you want to carve out an identity for yourself, you could have said, okay, I am Ikwere. Okay? But he didn't want to bring in the issue of Ikwere because he wanted to be seen as a national candidate. So to do that, he has to diminish P2B, that P2B is an Igbo candidate. Okay? And given the dominance of P2B in the Southeast, he felt that he cannot therefore compete with P2B in getting the so-called Igbo votes. But the truth of the matter is that even those who are talking about P2B and Igbo votes, Igbos had always been strategic in their voting. Igbos do not vote according to ethnicity. If it was Ojo Zokano that was Obi in 2023, no Igbos will not vote for him. They will not vote for him. That's a fact. There are people that Igbos are waiting to teach a lesson. People like Soludo, any day he will come for national election, that's when you know. Because one, the Igbos have tested him, he has nothing to offer as governor. Okay? Because Igbos don't do based on sentiment. And Igbos have supported other ethnicities. Igbos voted for Obasanjo, they voted for Yaradua, they voted for Jonathan. When they were voting for all these people, nobody accused them of voting in bloc. That Igbos voted in bloc. They voted in bloc for P2B. Okay? So Igbos, and if you look at all the people that Igbos rejected, they turn out to be very dangerous in terms of their bad performance. And it shows that Igbo voters are perhaps the wisest voters in Nigeria. They voted for Obasanjo, and he was one of our best, if not the best so far since 1999. They voted for Yaradua, he's one of our best. They voted for Goodluck Jonathan, one of our best. When the Igbos rejected Buhari, what did we say? The country has been destroyed. So Igbos are wise choosers. They choose wisely, if you like. Because look at it, they rejected Buhari, and Buhari was a disaster. They rejected Tinubu. Tinubu is a disaster. So if you really, we are looking for who to give flowers among the voting blocks in Nigeria, the Igbo voters are the best. And they don't vote according to ethnicity. They vote according to what they believe is good for the country. Okay, so Amaechi putting P2B together with Tinubu, who ran on Muslim tickets, which was based on religion, and ran his Yoruba one based on ethnicity. And Atiku Abubakar, who ran on what the country needs now is a northern president. You cannot therefore put them in the same bracket with P2B. That was unfair. Perhaps in struggling to differentiate himself, his own Igbo-ness, from that of Peter Obi, he now really messed up his communication, and many people will now be questioning what kind of president would he make if at 60 you are not sure what you are. In one interview, you say you are not Igbo. Before the interview could finish, you say you are Half-Igbo. In the resurface video that we played for you earlier on, you say I am Igbo. That is not good for anybody who wants to lead a country of 250 million people. You have to know who you are. Know thyself. Because if you don't know yourself first, how are you going to even be able to understand others? That's my take. I don't know what you think about Amaechi's constant change of ethnicity, the identity crisis, saying you are this today, then tomorrow you are that, all because of politics. And you think that people will not take note. What do you think? What is your position? Do you think that Amaechi is right in trying to avoid being identified as Igbo, or be saying what's the benefit? What is Half-Igbo? If you know what is Half-Igbo, you can tell us at the comment section. So that's some of the strange things that came out of Amaechi's recent interview, where he was trying to sell himself as a better candidate ahead of 2027 presidential election. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.